Hi guys, Amber here with Attaboy Animal Care, and today I'm going to be talking to you about 10, maybe a bonus item of 11 things that I bring with me to any conference I go to. These are my staples that I put in my bag when I am there at the conference for all day. This allows me to have the flexibility I need, the comforts I need, and there's probably 10 more things that I randomly put in as needed, but these are the things that I always make sure I have. Some are going to be obvious that you're going to be like, well, duh, I'm a human, I'm an adult, I know how to pack these things. Fair. Other things, I have one that I swear to God is like the saving grace of conferencing, especially if you love food. I'll start with the boring shit. First and foremost, water bottle, insulated, hydrate, because you are going to be talking a lot. There's going to be not accessible like purchase water always, and you want to drink a lot. Plus, if there's like free tea and stuff, I can put my tea in my cup instead of water and have that good to go. And on top of my cup, bonus action for the cup is I always have flavoring because of my favorite true lime, true lemon, and then I have a very particular sweetener that I prefer, which I know is not good for me. Don't judge me. Because not all water is created equally, and neither is not all tea. And sometimes you need a little bit of all of these things to make it tolerable. And I'm picky as fuck because I'm a bougie water drinker that has a reverse osmosis system at our house, and my office is my house, so I'm used to drinking the good water all the time and the good tea. So I always carry flavoring, and I also always carry usually at least one tea bag with me at all times. That's usually from the hotel room because again, I want to drink a lot of water, have some type of flavoring. So bonus material, water bottle plus flavoring. Does that count as one or two? I don't know. Anyways, next, let's get on the good stuff. Let's continue. Food consumption, snacks. I find at conferences it is very hard to find fresh fruit and fresh vegetables that aren't like majorly processed. And then I have some food allergy stuff, so I need to be more particular about my snacks that have limited ingredients. So things that work for me, I bring with me. I tend to first stop after I get checked into my hotel is go to the local bodega, grocery store, fruit stand, whatever's closest to me, and get a 3-pound bag at least of tangerines because they're easy to eat throughout the day, and I can eat like 3 or 4 of these a day, no problem. I'll usually grab whole carrots because I do not like processed carrots because if you don't know, baby carrots are not actually baby carrots. They're just big carrots that they're processed down and put in chemical baths to survive and have this beautiful orange color long term. But they were out. So got some veggies there. And then I bring my own snacks from there. So always have snacks because you never know how good of a meal you may have or when you're going to get peckish. And as we know, brain power needs some food power as well. Next, talking about power. Always, always have phone backups and extra chargers. I tend to bring 2 wall outlets and 2 cords and then 2 power banks because if shit hits the fan and one breaks, because it will break when you are traveling, I would rather have more than not. I tend to have the ones that also not only like they outlet, but they'll also do like the car charging as well. I just couldn't find mine before leaving. And here, pro status, fucked up here, forgot to bring the wrong outlet charger. So I actually had to just Target ship some to me, shipped rather, my first purchase through that because now I don't have anything to charge the charger. But always bring the right chargers and extra batteries because you'll be going through your phone battery like crazy, taking notes, going on Google, researching, taking pictures, all that fun stuff. Make sure you're putting it up on your like Google backup drive because you will run out of space. And along with extra is definitely your headphones of some sort, your favorite headphone. And mine did break. One of them is now dead. I fucked up. But always have this so I can do work and listen to things maybe during a speaker that I'm not too interested in for whatever reason. I have these as backup as well as on the plane. I'm listening to Libby or Overdrive books at all times because that's what I like to do on the plane. Next, sanitation. Handy wipes, Hand sanitizer, I tend to like to have some handy wipes because hand sanitizer, sometimes you get like that grimy feel. You can't get to a bathroom right away for a sticky or whatever. I have some handy wipes, and the individuals are my favorite. They're not like eco-friendly per se, but for travel purposes, they do good for travel. Besides my driver's license, which you need to travel through the interstate, obviously if you're driving or on a plane for check-in, I always bring my passport as well as a secondary picture of my license inside of here, so in case something happens and it gets lost or ruined, I still have this. Most conferences will provide you some type of baggie because it's usually a sponsored type thing, but I always bring one of these travel backpacks that break down and go into a travel size like pocket because I want to always have access to me an extra backpack. I also like to switch in between the shoulder bags and the backpack versions because at one point or time I will start getting like pain on my shoulder or my back for a backpack or with the shoulder bag. So I like to flip-flop between them, and I always like to have a bag accessible to me. So I get one of these, they're like $10 mini backpacks. They're not like super rugged or anything or durable, but they get the job done for conference purposes. They zip into themselves into a small container, and then I just pop it in. And if I don't know if they're giving me a conference bag, I can shove this baby into the conference bag if I do get one. Travel personal hygiene items, even though I never have to usually reapply on a normal day that I'm working, even when I'm actively pet sitting, conferences, stress levels are higher, whatever, bring that deodorant. Bring that goody smelly stuff in small versions if possible. Have it in your bag because that's the worst thing to have, especially if you are female. Also bring like personal hygiene items because you will be in the middle of a conference and something will pop up in the middle of the month and you will be fucked. So big shit. My last conference, it happened and I was ready, but I left it at the hotel and I had to go find a maintenance person because they didn't have any of those dispensers in the bathroom. And I said, hey, do you know where I could find some personal lady bit hygiene items? And they're like, oh, this guy was the first one. He's like, oh, you're gonna have to walk all the way over to this other hotel. They have a mini mart. It's there. And I was like, oh my God, I have to get to this conference speaker. I'm not gonna have time. Let me just do what I need to do to get by. And I go and I was like, you know what? Let me ask a woman or a person that looked like she was in the woman's bathroom that worked there. And I said, hey, do you know where I would find these things? And she said, come with me. And she walked me into this back closet. I was like, am I going to get murdered or is she going to have the goods? And she had this huge box of tampons and pads. And she's like, and she gave me a little brown paper bag. I thought I was like going to walk out with a beer. And she's like, pack as many as you want, honey. And I was like, thank you so much. And they were like the most generic whatevers, but you know what? They got the job done. I don't like being put in that position. Bring some extra goodies, at least to get you through the day. You never know. Stress levels make things happen sooner than later sometimes. Some type of simple first aid kit because you're going to be walking a lot. Those shoes that are still your favorite will miraculously give you some type of pain, or you're going to cut yourself, or something's going to be uncomfortable. And again, to find a first aid is usually like 1 in a million. It's really hard to find. So I always bring extra Band-Aids and extra like Neosporin or anything like that with me in a little travel pack because, got to be prepared. And last but not least, okay, guys, this started out because I was a mom and my kids would not finish a meal and they weren't hungry, they said. And then like an hour later, they were hungry and we couldn't travel with their like to-go container and then we had to buy more food. So I started bringing Ziploc bags wherever I went. And when I bought the Ziploc bags and they didn't finish their food and maybe it was like chicken tenders or french fries or chips, I just shoved it in the bag, put it in our backpack, way better than like a huge foam container. And then I had snackies to go. So now I always bring Ziploc baggies for snacks or leftover food from the night before that I maybe want to eat it, but I don't have a container, like a to-go box with me that's mobile that may not leak. So if I can, I try to think of it's something I can repack and bring with me. Or like my carrot situation, this did not come in a resealable baggie. Now I can put carrots in this. I have a couple of them throughout the day. I can put my trash in them. I kid you not, Ziploc baggies, reusable or, silicone or trash type, whatever works best for you. Bring the Ziploc baggies. They are your friend. Okay, guys, I hope you have a great day. What's something that you bring to conferences or when you're out for all day travel that you won't have access to, maybe a car with backup stuff or other things? I'm curious. Have a great day, guys. And as I always say, happy pets, happy people. Bye-bye.